Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well. My name is Jayme, and I'm the Hermetic Shaman. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you for being a part of this community. Today's reading is a general collective message. It is intended for anyone who feels drawn to it. As always, please take what resonates with you, and gently release what does not. To book a personal reading or a cord cutting session, the link to my website is in the description box below. And if this message supports you in any way, please hit that like button, be sure to subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a reading. We are going to begin with a tarot dice. Things will definitely be loud for a smidge. If you are sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe and Divine Council. What is the vibe? What is the tea? What is going on in collective energy? Something here is going to end up turning out in your favor, in spite of some kind of injustice here that has happened to you. Whatever this injustice was, this was somebody here who didn't want to, for some reason I'm being compelled to say, didn't want to suffer the consequences, or didn't want to own up to something with this Nine of Wands in the reverse. Whatever this injustice entailed, it entailed somebody here not being able to persevere through something. They were doing something to find the easy way out. They were trying to find the easy way out of something. This is not somebody here who wanted to be able to endure the process. So, because I'm looking at this Temperance at the end with this Nine of Cups. So something here that's being reconciled. After what this individual did to you, they did something to you out of weakness. This is somebody here who did not want to be able to endure something, or they didn't want to put in the work to meet the challenge. With the Nine of Wands in the reverse, they were trying to find the easy way out. We do have Strength sideways. Somebody here is definitely being seen. Whatever this was, too, somebody did something out of their ego. They were not able to control themselves in regards to... See, for them, it almost feels like they saw an opportunity in something, but thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. But it was... They saw an opportunity in something, but it wasn't something that was divine, so to speak. You know, it's like that energy here of like, you have the angel on one shoulder and the devil on the other one. Somebody here listened to the devil. They listened to their ego. This was ego-based, where somebody was like, oh, I found a shortcut, so to speak. Why hasn't anybody else taken this shortcut? You know, this person felt like they were... How do I say this? It's almost like they felt like they were empowered and emboldened by feeling like they were the only one that was able to figure this out. Why does nobody else see this shortcut? It's right there. Well, there's a reason why. Something here is now being reconciled in your favor, and it's leading to you being extremely happy. I don't know if this is somebody here that was trying to... I don't know, let's look inside. Queen of Cups reversed. And the Seven of Cups. So there's definitely been a lot of confusion. Somebody here has definitely been very, selfish with the Queen of Cups in the reverse. That could even be like a little bit gluttonous. A little bit like greedy. Somebody here is definitely not very emotionally intelligent, emotionally mature. So somebody here created some kind of confusion based on their emotions. They were only thinking about themselves. You know, the Queen of Cups in the reverse is not somebody here who cares so much about other people. I'm just being honest, they don't, not in the reverse. They made a choice to try. This was a shortcut that they felt like they could take in life. This is somebody here that was trying to skip the steps. They were trying to subvert some kind of process. The Six of Swords and the Seven of Swords reversed. There's been a lot of lies, there's been a lot of deception, there's been a lot of sabotage. Maybe somebody felt emboldened by their ego here in order to create some kind of an illusion, in order to sabotage you, but it's like they ended up having the opposite effect. Because where they thought and I don't know why this person felt like they needed, because I mean, strength is sideways, they listened to the devil. The devil told them to attack you. Their ego told them to attack you. But this is somebody here that was taking shortcuts, though, in life. Maybe it had something to do with you being able to persevere, you doing something the right way, that this person felt like they needed to beat you there. If that's making any sense. They wanted to beat you to the punch, so to speak. But either way, however this is turning out, however this energy is being alchemized, it's like they only ended up making things better for you. With the Nine of Cups and this Temperance energy, like you're still headed towards happiness. Your dreams, your wishes are being fulfilled. Something here about because your heart's in the right spot. Your heart is in the right spot. Because the Nine of Cups is about doing something by yourself, for yourself. We have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is somebody here that acts on some kind of passion. They act on inspiration. This is somebody here that's really excited about what they have in their hands. Something here about this next phase in your life, wherever you are headed, it's like you are unstoppable at this time with that Knight of Wands and the Nine of Cups. The Three of Pentacles. I'm almost like kind of afraid to see the top. But either way, this is all being put to rest with this Four of Swords. Wow. We have the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and the Six of Pentacles reversed. Somebody here is definitely very undisciplined, non-committal. Something here is finally coming to an end. Maybe something here ended for this person, or I don't know. It's giving somebody here has been trying to misplace some kind of blame on top of you, and then they felt like they could try to beat you to the punch with what it is that you were doing. But it's like you were not competing with anybody because you weren't whatever this is that you have been doing, that you have been focused on. It was never really about anybody else. It was always about you. It was a passion of yours, or it's something here that brings you joy. It's who you are. Your heart's in the right spot. You were doing something for you. So this person felt like they could try and beat you to the punch to get to the spot where you want to be, but I don't get it. Again, I don't know. It's this, somebody's ego has literally got them caught up. They made a poor decision based on that. This is somebody who was trying to take the shortcut. They didn't want to do things the right way. This is also somebody here that's not very fair, and they're not very balanced. I have heavy Leo, Libra, Sagittarius energy here. Especially with the Six of Pentacles reversed. Like, they're gonna have to pay for that. Plain and simple. They're gonna have to pay up with that Six of Pentacles in the reverse, but this person does not have the fortitude, nor the drive, nor even the discipline to buckle down and do the work. You know, I'll use YouTube for an example. Like, this is somebody here who would rather go out, start a channel, but like they buy all their followers and be like, oh, I made it to like 100K overnight, or you know what I mean, or in 2 months, right? Instead of actually working to actually get subscribers. Do you know what I mean? All to try and beat you to it. I'm just using that as an example. But this is somebody who was trying to beat you to the punch towards something here that you were doing for you. Universe, please tell us more. The Two of Wands. There's definitely been some kind of delay, and I feel like this delay was created by this High Priestess in the reverse. Again, this is somebody here that feels very emboldened to come up to you. Maybe this could even been somebody here who was trying to claim that you have been skipping steps, that you don't earn, that you don't deserve the position that you're in, that you don't, you know what I mean? This is definitely somebody here who felt like they could not be able to keep up with you with the Five of Wands reverse. They wanted you eliminated because they knew that they couldn't keep up with you. So that's why they created the confusion here. That's why they started all these lies. I get it. It's the same old tale as old as time. This is somebody who is very weak within their spirit. This is not somebody here that can shine on their own merit. Not at all. Not with the Five of Wands in the reverse. Especially with the High Priestess in the reverse. This is somebody here who feels threatened by you. They do. They feel threatened by you. So they were intentionally trying to create some kind of obstacle, some kind of delay here in order to hold you back, to create confusion, because they felt like they needed to put you in their place. Maybe part of this illusion was them claiming how much you didn't deserve something, or how you were skipping steps, or how you were just trying to find shortcuts in life. Whatever it is that this person said. It was all a ploy and a tactic here to make you be seen as the bad person. Because this person needs attention and validation from those around them. With this High Priestess in the reverse, they can't sit with themselves. Why? All to try and take some kind of a blessing that I feel like they didn't end up taking at all? Because I feel like it's still being given to you. It's still being handed to you. It's opening up some kind of new door for you. It's leading you down some kind of new path. Universe, please tell us more. We have the Ten of Wands, sideways, and the Two of Pentacles reversed. Something here has been a long time coming with this Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. Something here is definitely closing out. There's been a lot of heavy burdens. There's been a lot of responsibilities. Somebody here is buckling under the pressure here. Some kind of choice, indecision is not going in somebody's favor. Swords reversed. Okay, there's a lot of... Okay, thank you. Something here is definitely closing out. It's definitely coming to an end with the world and all of these tens energies. There is some kind of opportunity here that is coming in. I feel like it's been a long time in the making. And somebody here has been trying to distort some kind of information from coming out. Something here about your strength, your ability to be able to persevere, your ability to be able to temper yourself. Something here about carrying yourself with grace through these times. There's definitely been some kind of... Excuse me. The Ten of Pentacles could even symbolize like a family situation of some sort. Something here has been a long time coming for some kind of ending to take place. There's been too many injustices, there's been too many lies, there's been too much manipulation, even with this Knight of Swords in the reverse. Heavy, heavy, heavy Libra energy. There could definitely be a distorted Libra here. Somebody has been trying to play the system. Trying to create some kind of stall tactics here. So... Universe, please tell me more. The Queen of Wands reversed. Collective, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this person even knows what is real and what is fake anymore. I don't even think they know what they... Everything is coming out like jumbled. This whole message is not as smooth as some of my other readings, and I do apologize for that. But something here has been like a jumbled mess. Like, I don't even think this individual knows even what it is that they've said anymore. It's like now that they've been caught. You know that energy when someone's always like dropping something? Like clumsy. It's given this clumsy energy. Like somebody here is just so clumsy that it's like they're losing their cool. Like I'm literally picturing like somebody like sweating from their forehead. Like somebody here is losing their cool because at every instance, at every moment, it's like they're forgetting the very lies that they had even said. I feel like that's what's giving them away. Because no matter what they try to do, you're still headed towards happiness. And things are being reconciled in your life. What was taken is being returned. It could be being returned via other means. Like maybe this is the universe that's blessing you right in front of the person who was trying to replace you. Because remember, they were trying to beat you to the punch, to something here. This is somebody that was definitely competing with you with this Queen of Wands in the reverse. But the Queen of Wands in the reverse is not somebody here that allows their own skills, their own uniqueness to shine. No. No, this is somebody that likes to get rid of the competition. It's easier to try and sabotage the competition than it is to actually be authentic, to be real. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is somebody who is extremely insecure with themselves. They are. They don't embrace their own individuality. They're not afraid to let... This is somebody that's afraid to let their own... They're afraid to let their own work speak for themselves. That's because they're not even proud of what it is that they have done. See, what I'm getting here is somebody here was just trying to make a means while you were trying to create a living. And those are two different things. I mean, anybody can go out there and get a job, but not many people can go out there and create a career. And I'm not trying to take anything away from anybody who's working a job, but that's the type of vibe that I feel like somebody here was trying to, or this could even been somebody who was trying to compete with your position at your work. Take it how it resonates, or in some kind of group dynamic. Somebody wanted you out of the picture, out of some kind of group dynamic, family group, a friend group, a work group. Somebody wanted you out of the picture because you made them feel insecure about themselves. So they felt like, okay, so this person felt like because they were your enemy, with this Queen of Wands in the reverse, I need to get rid of the collective. Because they felt like they were your enemy, whatever download, and I'm going to use air quotes here, download they received was actuality an appeal from their ego. It didn't come from their spirit. So they went on this campaign to try and sabotage you, to create obstacles, to create injustices, losses for you. Somebody was intentionally at the helm of creating all of these losses for you, to try and eliminate you, to try and humble you. This is somebody here that wanted you to be humbled. Because how dare you go out and do your own thing? Maybe this is somebody here that's too afraid to go out and do their own thing. Maybe due to old programming, traditions, beliefs, dynamics, whatever. They're like, well, that's not fair. You get to do that. I didn't get to do that. I get to get a job at this age because I had a child. And it's like, and those are your choices. I'm just using that as an example. Like maybe you don't have children, so you can move differently. You're not tied down. Whatever the case is, there's somebody else like, well, it's not fair that you get to do that when I don't. And it's like, but you had ample time in the past to make different choices. You just don't like the consequences of your choices now. So because somebody here was making you feel bad about yourself, was shining a light on your own insecurities, well, then I need to get rid of the collective in some kind of way, because I know I can't compete with them on a level playing field. That's what this is. Somebody cannot compete with you on a level playing field. Something here to do with some kind of choice that you have recently made. And I don't know what that choice is for you, but it definitely feels like something here that you decided to invest in, whether physically, spiritually, energetically, with your time. Maybe that had to do with some kind of self-love, self-care here with this Ace of Cups. We do have mental confinement here with this Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man. Somebody's own fear is causing them to repeat a cycle. What's behind that? Oh, the star. Oh, so somebody's trying so hard and so desperately because they don't want you to win, or they don't want to know that your prayers here have been answered. Because I honestly feel like this is the universe putting somebody in their place now. Somebody going, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? You know, the Queen of Wands in the reverse, this is, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to sound extremely mean, but at this point, I don't care. I'm just going to be honest. But the Queen of Wands is not somebody here who's an individual. They're not. They're not themselves. They do what they need to do in order to blend in order for other people to like them, instead of naturally attracting that. So they become a fake version of themselves. Oh, well, everybody's doing this, so, like, I guess I gotta hop on that trend. Like, that's who I am. All my friends are doing this, so I gotta do that. There's definitely been some old-dated, traditional thinking here with the Hanged Man. I feel like what's being seen is how somebody here has just been trapped. They've been trapped mentally. And they're repeating a cycle here. And meanwhile, you're breaking free. Meanwhile, you're breaking free. Because you chose self-love. You chose self-care. You chose self-respect. Maybe that's what you've invested in. You invested in you. You invested in making yourself happy. And maybe that's part of the message. Maybe you were like, you know what? And I don't even care how other people take this. Because it got to a point where you felt this energy of this sabotage, and you were like, okay, I'm feeling what I'm feeling. And because you felt what you felt, and you chose not to lie to yourself about it this time, that allowed you to make a different investment. You invested differently with your time, with your energy, with your effort. The moon's reversed as well. There's some kind of illusion that is crumbling. It's falling down. And the Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Magician and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody here has definitely been trying to manipulate your future. They've also been trying to manipulate your ability to be able to take care of yourself. Something here to do with your longevity. Laying down roots, so to speak. Somebody never wanted you to be able to do that, so they felt like they could manipulate the situation here. Maybe this is somebody here that was trying to rob you of your future for themselves. Like I said, somebody here has gotten so... Something here has become so fantastical. Somebody created something here that they lost control of. That's what it is. They lost control of this energy. Maybe they never had control of it to begin with. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is somebody very immoral, very corrupt. This is a liar, plain and simple. This is somebody here that's gonna, you know, tell you that the sky isn't blue, the sky is red. And they'll do a really good job of trying to convince you the sky is red. You know, this is somebody here that will... It's giving corrupt used car salesman. That's what it's giving. And they were trying to beat you to the punch? Like, seriously? But they didn't know where you were going. Because you were going towards happiness. You were doing something from your heart. Something that you love. I feel like you were just being yourself. And somebody was trying to rob you of that because they can't be themselves. I don't get this energy, but this person's being put in their place. And to be quite honest... I'm kind of tired about reading this individual. I'm tired of this person coming across my table. This person needs to get a job or find a hobby with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Or at least, I mean... I was going to say somebody could even be letting themselves go. Somebody that doesn't take really good care of themselves, so to speak. And it's all due to their own limited thinking, to their own outdated beliefs. They're keeping themselves stuck, for refusing to see things in a different light, for refusing to acknowledge other perspectives. We have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is communication here. One that's based on truth, one that's based on fact, and one that's based on evidence. The Page of Swords is also, in the upright, somebody that's naturally very inquisitive. People are asking the right questions. And they're finding out the true answers, the real answers. I did say earlier, there was like this energy of like somebody trying to... Like, they don't even remember the lies that they've said. And I feel like it's in answering these questions that's giving themselves away. It's their own answers, because these answers are different than the answers that were given to the very same questions last time. Somebody tried to cheat a test. That Eight of Swords. See, the problem is, it's somebody's guilt is now getting the best of them. Because now they're looking at you, having things being alchemized in your life, having things being transformed, and you headed towards happiness and wish fulfillment. They're realizing that what they did never really ended up working to begin with. And if they were so righteous, it should have worked, but it didn't. So now their guilt is judging them. They're judging themselves. But the truth is, unless this individual, I don't know if they're watching or not, maybe they are, this individual, the only way to be absolved from this is to come clean. But I think they're too much in their ego to actually do that. They're gonna end up destroying themselves with the very mere reminder of what they try to use to destroy you. And they're realizing the only injustice they were able to create was not for you. Like, yeah, you may have had some kind of short-term losses, but they're the ones that truly ended up losing. I bet you they wish they never took that shortcut. Give me one moment. Alrighty, y'all, I am back. Universe, please tell us more. We have a Virgo. There could be a Virgo involved, or you could be a Virgo. We have impersonation in the reverse. Maybe somebody was trying to impersonate you, and it has totally failed. Somebody maybe could have been trying to impersonate you in order to try and claim that you were promiscuous. Why is this giving, like, something to do with, like, online? Maybe somebody here could have been trying to impersonate you online to give off the impression here that you were promiscuous, that you were a hoe. To try and, what, undermine you from being happy? This has something to do with your creativity, your imagination, your ability to dream. Somebody was trying to dirt dig, being very invasive, being very nosy. Their impersonation attempt a fail. Don't even tell me somebody took something to such an extreme where they felt like they needed to impersonate you in order to give off some kind of false narrative about you. Like, not only were they trying to claim that you were bad, but they were also trying to manufacture Not only did they manifest the lie and lead with the lie, but they also tried to manufacture corroborating evidence, is what it seems like. Excuse me. Fraud. Their impersonation attempt failed. To try and forge you out of what? A check? Some insurance? This was the injustice that somebody did. They listened to their ego when they're like, you know what? They were trying to take a shortcut But something here is still being reconciled and you're still going to be happy. They never got away with something. They were not able to fraud something or someone. Their impersonation attempt failed. There's a whole group. There's a whole environment here. A group, an association, a cult, a coven, trying to do candle magic. Trying to do candle magic to counteract your energy work. There could be a Scorpio that's involved somehow. You could be a Scorpio, take it how it resonates. Somebody here teamed up with a whole group to do candle magic on you. Or they could have lied to this whole coven or whatever, and they created a cult of collective hating individuals here based on what they said about you and the things that they manufactured to corroborate it, all to try and prove that you were something that you were not. Maybe somebody could have been trying to claim that you were a fraud. The very same person that was trying to take a shortcut was trying to claim that you took a shortcut. And they got a whole group of people to get involved to do candle magic on you. You know what? I'm not surprised, because these people, I mean, if you're willing to entertain a Queen of Wands in the reverse, then that tells me it's a group of Queen of Wands and a group of Queen of Swords reversed. That's what it tells me. You are the company that you keep. You are. You are what you allow into your environment, what you allow into your energy, what you're willing to entertain. To try and counteract your energy work. I don't think that it worked. No, because you're still heading towards contentment. You're still headed towards happiness. They can't rob that from you. So they did a lie, manufactured evidence to corroborate their false statements, and then they still decided to get even more work done on you, and then everyone's still in disbelief as to why things are literally transforming in your life? Why you're still headed towards happiness? Why they weren't able to stop you? This could even been somebody here that was trying to claim that you were competing with them when all along you are not. Y'all are not the same. Somebody here has been trying to be you. They were so inspired by you that they took it to an extreme. Your light team is here protecting you and warning you. Yeah, somebody could even been trying to pass on some kind of sickness or illness to you. Or they were trying to get you sick. Maybe that was part of that candle magic that they were trying to do. We have pretentious. You've definitely been dealing with individuals that are very superficial. We have empowerment, emotional manipulation, in children, creations, and investments. Something here to do with you being empowered. Maybe somebody here was trying to eat. What is this emotional manipulation? Don't even tell me that the main culprit is someone that you're very, very close to, and they went to a cult or a coven or even to just their friends or whatever. So they were emotionally manipulating you, and then they were going to this group to do all this work against you to try and stop some kind of creation here. Or maybe somebody here could have even been trying to use children to emotionally manipulate people. Maybe that could have been part of some kind of injustice. Maybe somebody here was indoctrinating some kind of children here to emotionally manipulate other people. This all has to do with you being empowered. Yeah, you've been dealing with a liar. Been dealing with a liar who's demonic, nefarious, diabolical, trying to keep you in bondage, somebody who's very insecure with themselves. We definitely have an Aquarius here, you or them. Yeah, spell work, black magic, curses, hexes. Yeah. They were trying to send you all these things your way here, but it never stopped you. It never stopped you. It may have slowed you down, but it never stopped you. Somebody ruined their own life trying to ruin yours. Plain and simple. They did. Trying to stop some kind of creation or some kind of investment that you made, like I said earlier, to prosper. They never wanted something to be able to prosper for you. There's definitely been a lot of manipulation. And I'm trying to understand why. Why did somebody think that it was godly, that the only way for them to succeed or level up was to undermine somebody else? I'm failing to understand how they saw this. This could even be somebody here who doesn't really believe. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is not somebody here who particularly believes. Maybe they don't believe in God. They don't believe in the universe. That's why they give in to their lower self, to these demonic urges. Because of their own self-doubt, envy, and their own insecurity. And what do they have to show for it? Nothing. Because they're only going to get themselves in trouble. Failed attempt at an impersonation. The fraud has been discovered. This could definitely have to do with the coworker, or involving your work in some kind of way, especially with that Virgo energy. Universe. Okay. Please give us one more. Thank you. There's been a lot of substances that are involved. A lot of substances. Your sibling could be involved somehow. Maybe this was your sibling who got caught trying to impersonate you, creating some kind of fraud here. Maybe somebody here, I don't know, maybe you were meant to receive something. They were definitely trying to rob you of your future in some kind of way. It says identity, insurance, check, tax, mortgage. Maybe somebody tried to pawn themselves off as you because, you know, they opened up your mail when they shouldn't have, and you received the check and they're like, ooh, I'm going to take that for myself. The collective doesn't need it. They have more than enough. But then they had to make something true. They were trying to take a shortcut. They were trying to make this true. They didn't like the fact that you were empowered because they're not empowered. Somebody is definitely very disingenuous, pretender, fake, false. And now they're getting some kind of shocking news. Oh, what's that? That their impersonation attempt failed? That the fraud finally caught up to them? Because their story keeps changing. That's why the impersonation attempt has been spotted. Because this has something to do. They're being questioned. And maybe at first they were able to impersonate you with that Page of Swords. Maybe somebody here did some kind of background, and somebody here has been asking this person questions that only you would know the answers to. And they're buckling under the pressure here because maybe they're no longer, I don't know, maybe you caught on to this person trying to emotionally manipulate you and you cut them off in some kind of way. Maybe to focus on your investment, on your creations, on your future. There's definitely been a lot of substances involved. Maybe somebody has been trying to hide the fact that they have a substance abuse issue. This could be your sibling in some kind of way, this fake individual person. We do have Cancer energy. So don't even tell me that this was your sibling who went to a coven, a group, an association here. I mean, like I said, birds of a feather flock together. So this person probably hangs out with with low-level demons like themselves. I mean, just gonna call a spade, right? And they all teamed up against you based on this lie. And based on the manufactured evidence. Or a whole group could have been trying to help them get away with this fraud. Because maybe they sold a story that you did all of these mean, awful things to them. Take it how it resonates, but something here has been uncovered. What goes around comes back around. What goes around comes back around. 45 minutes in. Okay, that's not too bad. I think I'm gonna pull out the Scrabble tiles. I'm gonna take one quick little break again, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, y'all, I am back. Things are definitely gonna get loud again for a smidge. If you are sensitive to sound, I do recommend lowering the volume. Universe and Divine Council. Any final messages and confirmations here for the collective? The letter T came out all on its own. First, middle, or last initial. Someone's name could be Tori. Tori. We have the numbers 88, 18, 54. This could be somebody's age or the year that they were born, or the numbers can mean something special to you. We have the number 21. Somebody here could play blackjack. Is it blackjack or is it poker? Whichever one counts to 21. We have the number 97, 78, 61, 23, 87, 71. Somebody could play the lotto. Something here about ADT, home security. 43. 42. A lot of numbers today. Someone's name could be Marjorie. Something here about Connecticut. Someone's name could be CT, or something here about a CAT scan. Someone's name could be Carrie with an I. Something here about a lug nut. Maybe somebody's a mechanic. Or somebody just got their tires rotated. Somebody here could be mad. They could be very angry at this time that their plans did not succeed. Number 37. Number 7. Maybe somebody here is self-medicating because they know that the shoe is about to hit the drop. Someone's name could be Rhea. The number 85, the number 1, the number 14, the number 51. Someone's name could be Perry. Something here about Enya. Maybe somebody's name is Enya or somebody listens to Enya. There's something here about a boat. We have a registered nurse, an RN. Someone's name could be Greg, Gregory. Someone's name could be Gretchen. I believe that's the first name of a country artist. Gretchen. Gretchen something. Something here about a pug. Like a dog, like a pug. Someone's name could be Dawn. Or something here about Dawn dish detergent. Something here to do with space. Maybe somebody here is fascinated with space. Or maybe this is somebody here that likes to get high and their head's always in space. Someone's name could be Fran, Francine, Francis. Someone's name could be Helen. Someone's name could be Paul. Something here about to do with the rug. I don't know. Maybe somebody just bought a rug recently. Something here about Arizona. Something here about Rhode Island. Someone's name could be Elliot. However you spell it, I probably spelled it wrong. I think there's an I in there. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody's name could be Elliot. Someone could listen to the band Korn. Y'all want a single say? I'm not going to finish the rest of the line, but... Someone's name could be Ned. Somebody here could be a nerd, or maybe somebody calls you a nerd. Maybe you identify as a nerd. No shade. Someone's name could be Doug. Someone's name could be David. Something to do with the sponge. I don't know, maybe something here needs to be cleaned up, or it's being cleaned up. Someone's name could be Grace. Something here to do with the video. Maybe somebody here altered some kind of video, or something here is AI generated. Something here to do with the video. Maybe somebody was trying to claim to be you in it. Maybe somebody was trying to claim that someone in the video was you, and in all actuality it wasn't. Maybe it was them trying to impersonate you. I don't know, doing something compromising. Someone's name could be Don, Donald. Someone's name could be Rain, or something here to do with the rain. Somebody here could be, I have cis, like CIS, like maybe somebody, I don't know, has a problem with you being cisgendered or something, or I don't know, it's giving me the energy of maybe somebody here has a problem with pronouns. And the very people who still call him Jesus when his name is Yeshua, that makes me laugh. Like, you can't even call your maker by his name. Someone's name could be Susie. We have hello on the table. Maybe somebody wants to pop in and say hi. Something here about a video chat. We have Neo. Someone's name could be Neo. Something here about a race. Maybe somebody watches Drag Race. Somebody could be of Spanish descent. Maybe they like to call somebody a puta. Something here about Amazon. Someone's name could be Mary. Something here about a coat. Maybe it could be an Abercrombie coat. Doesn't have to be. Someone's name could be Landon. Something here about a CEO. Someone's name could be Drea. Dre. Someone's name could be Cody. Something here about a dream. Maybe somebody confused a dream with real life. Someone's name could be Bolton. Something here about a registered nurse. It's here twice. Something here about RFID. Someone's name could be Gray. Arizona's here again. Someone's name could be Dan. Daniel. Yara. Maybe somebody's name is Yara. Something here about Virginia, or the VA. Something here about Veteran Affairs, or a VA hospital. Something here about Bluetooth. Someone's name could be Tara. Something here about a computer, a PC. Maybe somebody uses Windows. Someone's name could be Eugene. Something here about feng shui. Okay. Something about Atlanta? Something here about the Tau? Something here about RBG. What is that? Red, blue, green? Doesn't that have something to do with, like, monitors or colors or something like that? Maybe somebody here's something here to do with, I don't know, visual tech? Something here about a pet? Someone's name could be Guadalupe. Someone's name could be Lori. Something here about Georgia. Someone's name could be Timothy. Something here about Australia. Something about H&M. Okay. We have Oregon out here as well. Portugal's here as well. Someone's name could be Katia. Something about LA. Okay. Universe. What crystal could the collective benefit from? Universe, what crystal could the collective benefit from? Really? Universe, please give us a crystal for the collective. I can't even grip the cards. My hands are like so dry. Universe, please give us a crystal for the collective. Thank you. We have eastern direction. New adventure awaits. New adventure awaits you. Oh, it would help if I had the right book, wouldn't it? My goodness. A new sun and a new dawn arise for you today, dear soul. I am the force that drives renewal. I open the door to things and I create enthusiasm to pursue your dreams. You are ready for my energy, the direction of the east. Do not be afraid. I am here to give you an injection of confidence. Open your eyes wide and full of wonder. Along with me comes a beautiful stork in the crystals of adventurine, aquamarine, and flore. They come to remind you of the beauty in observing a new birth and the adrenaline rush of feeling alive. Their message is the possibility of creating who you are in constant renewal. If you feel it, perform a ritual to help you train to express your heart's desires. Wait until the waxing crescent moon and write a clear and precise wish on a sheet of paper. This can be something you want to renew about yourself, a project you would like to see come to fruition, or anything else. Remember to say thank you and sign the paper. Find a shelf that faces east and will not be disturbed, because your wish will have to remain exposed until the full moon. Place one or all three of these crystals with a pink candle on top of the paper. It can remain lit during this time, always within safe limits, of course. You may also choose to enrich this space with flowers or herbs. I will be very happy because I like these very much. Face eastward and read your wish out loud each night. Light the candle, feeling a great sense of confidence arise in you that something new approaches. This process should be inaugurated on the first day of the waxing crescent moon and repeated every day until the full moon. Only then can you burn your paper, because your wish will have arrived loud and clear to the creator of the universe. We hope each new day amazes you as you renew yourself with this rising dawn. Okay. Divine Masters, please give us a message for the collective. Thank you. We have Commander Ashtar. He's been coming out a lot lately. I don't know, something here to do with the Galactic Federation? I still have the wrong book again. That Goddess Oracle really wants to speak today. Time to evolve, trust in your ability to guide others. Commander Ashtar, sometimes known simply as Ashtar, is a multidimensional intergalactic being who is head of the Ashtar Command, a group of highly evolved extraterrestrials who are dedicated to maintaining truth, peace, and harmony in the cosmos. He has been known to appear in human form so that he can work with peacekeepers and lightworkers on planet Earth to support the evolution of the human soul. He also appears in the meditations of those who have the potential to lead others to wholeness and healing. If he comes to you, he will often invite you to the Ashtar command ship, where you will receive information and downloads to help you evolve. Ashtar and the Ashtar command are here to bring you the message that you have the ability to help heal others and evolve. The challenges you are surmounting are opportunities to lead by example. Living honestly and sharing your truth has always been important to you. Now you are being given the opportunity to live your truth in view of the world. Don't be afraid to take the lead. To evolve into your leadership role, you'll have to assume your position in the world. Your ego may be loud at this time and may try to keep you small. Don't fight it. Just prove to yourself and others that you have what it takes to silence this voice of limitation. You were born to lead, so lead. Okay, collective, it's time to stop playing small. Notice how it's like the same colors, practically. It's very interesting. Something here maybe about sunset. Maybe I'll need to enjoy a sunset. Universe and goddesses, please give us a message for the collective. Thank you. We have Corn Woman. Nourishment. Excuse me. I give you my breast, the earth, and suckle you with corn and grain, plants and animals and fish, all to sustain you, all to feed you, all to nourish you. The great giveaway, my love for you, the food. So will you live, prosper, and grow from my breast to earth because I love you? Southwestern indigenous aboriginals and Pueblo peoples, the Arquina, the Pawnee, the Cheyenne, the Mandan, the Hidatsa, Abenaki, Cherokee, and Huron, see corn as a goddess. Corn woman encompasses the figures of Corn Mother, the Corn Maidens, and the Yellow Woman. They all relate to corn as a sacred being who gives of herself to help people, to sustain them and nourish them. The Arikari, creator god, Nasaru, fashioned Corn Mother from an ear of corn which grew in heaven. Corn Mother then came to earth and taught people how to honor the deities and to plant corn. Corn Woman brings her love to you in the form of food to tell you it's time to nourish yourself. Eating is a sacred act. Something living dies and you take it in, whether you hunt or kill the animals you eat with your own hands or buy your vegetables in the supermarket. Part of being human means causing death in order to live. To treat the act of eating as a chore, as something to be feared or avoided, is to denigrate the gift of love from Corn Woman in the plants and the animals. Do you fear food? Does just looking at food make you feel like you are gaining weight? Are you too busy, too stressed, too involved with more important things than nourishing yourself? Do you nourish others but not yourself? Do you have a long-hate relationship with food? Corn Woman says that eating is one of the most basic acts of self-nourishment, and that the way to wholeness for you lies in coming into right relationship with food. Maybe it's something here about you need to start watching what it is that you put into your body. Trust me, I get that. I love eating my Cheez-Its, but I know at the end of the day I can't live off Cheez-Its. You know, I totally get it. But maybe it's about nourishing yourself with the right ingredients. But that is what I have for y'all, collective. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of light, and I will see you next time. Ciao.